Jordan Brooks moved through the hotel lobby like any other night, though the fatigue weighed heavier than usual. His tie was slightly crooked, his name tag glinting under the soft lighting. The Aurora crown was quiet, but the hum of the air conditioning and distant traffic reminded him the city never truly slept. He adjusted the monitor at the front desk, eyes scanning the incoming reservations and emails. Between his fingers, the folded bills in his wall. It reminded him of Maya's school supplies, the groceries he needed to buy tomorrow, the rent that sat menacingly at the top of the fridge. A quiet shuffle drew his attention. The young woman at the front desk looked almost swallowed by the faded gray hoodie she wore. Jeans faded at the knees, backpack straps digging into her shoulders. She fumbled with a small stack of bills, a debit card trembling in her hands. I don't have enough for the full deposit," she said, voice low and shaky. "I just got back and I don't really have anywhere else to go tonight." Jordan's eyes softened, but he didn't look at anyone else. Behind him, the whispers started. Kevin, sharp and sneering, "Told you. Can't even cover the basics." Lily's voice cut in, smooth and deliberate. "We really don't need this type of guest at this hour, Jordan. Just tell her we're full." Jordan ignored them, lowering his voice so only she could hear. "What's your name?" "Emily," she whispered. "No last name, just Emily," she murmured. "Okay, Emily," he said gently. "Take a breath, just one for me." She inhaled raggedly, exhaled shakily, and he typed quickly. There were still rooms. Standard room, quiet floor, no extras. The price displayed on the monitor made her flinch. "How much is it?" she asked, fear stitched through every word. Jordan softened his tone. "I've applied a small internal discount. This is the best I can do. No breakfast, no extras, just the room." Emily's lips moved silently over the bills again. "Is there maybe a cheaper option, half the deposit?" Before Jordan could respond, Kevin leaned in. "Ma'am," he said, teeth tight in a forced smile, "this is a 5-star property. We have standards. There's a budget hotel down the street if you can't meet the deposit." Emily's shoulders slumped. "I just need one night. I can pay you the rest tomorrow. I swear." Lily's nails clicked on the counter. "We can't hold a room on promises. Policy." Jordan exhaled slowly. Policy. He knew the rules inside out. But he also knew standing outside locked doors with a child in your arms, crumpled bills in your pocket, was worse than bending a rule. "Emily," he said softly, "how much are you short?" Her cheeks burned as she whispered a number so small it made his chest ache. He nodded almost to himself. "And you'll definitely have it tomorrow." "Yes, I swear," she said instantly. Jordan lifted a hand. "It's okay. You don't have to explain everything." He thumbed through his wallet, pulling out just enough to cover the gap. "No way," Lily muttered. Kevin scoffed, incredulous. Jordan slid the money across the counter. "Consider the deposit covered," he said. "You can pay me back when you can, or one day, if you see someone stuck, you help them. Deal." Emily stared at the cash, then at him. "Why would you do that?" He gave a tired smile. "Someone did it for me and my daughter a long time ago, and I know what it feels like to have no door to close between you and the world." Kevin laughed softly. Lily's voice sneered. "Of course, the black guy plays the hero again." Jordan heard it. He printed her key card, handed it to her gently. "Room 1-215. Take the elevator to your right, 12th floor. You'll be okay." Emily's eyes flicked to his name tag. "Thank you, Jordan," she whispered. That night, Jordan returned to his modest apartment. The city outside glowed faintly through the windows. Maya sat at her tiny table, curls framing her face like a halo, colored pencils scattered across the surface. "Daddy, look, I finished it." Jordan knelt beside her, On the page was a tall building with glowing windows, two stick figures holding hands, a tall one and a small one. "That's pretty good," he murmured, "and these two." She jabbed at the figures. "That's us." He smiled, heart squeezing. She leaned closer, whispering a secret. "One day we'll live in a place with lights like this. Right, Daddy, big windows, our own kitchen, my own room." His chest ached with hope and exhaustion. He thought of the money he had laid on the counter, the kindness that saved him once, and how he could now pass it on. Morning came harsh and bright. Jordan moved through the lobby, greeting guests by rote, each good morning a practiced shield. At 7:42, the phone rang. Internal management, conference room 3. He swallowed hard, hands trembling slightly. The staff elevator reflected a man he barely recognized, tired, dark-skinned, worn from life, yet steadfast. Jordan Brooks, front desk associate, single dad, rule. Bender for the sake of humanity. Conference room 3. Amelia White sat at the head. The hoodie was gone. Tailored navy blazer, hair in a smooth bun, small earrings, and a calm, unreadable expression. Her eyes met his. Warmth flickered, gone in an instant. "Mr. Brooks," she said, "please have a seat." "Mr." Harris sat to her left, Kevin and Lily to her right. Their rigid postures betrayed panic. "You know why you're here?" Amelia asked. "I assume it's about last night," he said cautiously. "Yes, I checked in under the name Emily. I wanted to see how I'd be treated as just anyone, and I observed." Kevin shifted. "I was following policy." Amelia's voice stayed calm. "You judged me by my appearance. You laughed when your colleague chose to help. Color rushed up your neck, Kevin. Lily, you decided who belongs here, that girl. Me decides if you stay employed." "Either of you deny what you said," Kevin faltered. "It was just banter." Amelia's gaze sharpened. "People like that. What does that even mean?" A silence. Then she straightened her papers. Kevin Miller and Lily Harper, terminated, effective immediately. Jordan sat still. Relief, tension, disbelief mingling. Amelia turned to him. "And now we talk about you." "Yes, ma'am," he said. "You broke rules?" "Yes. Why, I've been there," he said quietly. "With nowhere to go and a child in my arms, someone helped me. I wanted to be that person for someone else. I couldn't pass judgment on who deserves help." Amelia studied him. "Leadership," she said finally. "You walked toward the person everyone else walked away from. That matters more than any rule you broke." "Supervisor," he repeated. "Yes, better hours, a raise, more say in how this lobby is run. And I expect you to keep using that voice." Jordan blinked. I don't know what to say." "Say yes," she suggested, humor flickering, "and keep being the man your daughter thinks you already are." "Yes, ma'am," he said, voice thick. Days passed. Amelia observed the lobby, asked questions, implemented changes. Mandatory hospitality training included real talk about bias. Emergency funds were discreetly set up. Policies clarified. We serve people, not outfits. One evening, Jordan spotted Maya perched on a plush chair, talking to Amelia. "So, you're the boss of my dad's boss." Amelia laughed, something like that. "Do you look scary?" Meyer asked. "No," Amelia smiled, like a teacher. Jordan chuckled, heart full. Maya leaned closer. "Daddy tells me stories about heroes. He thinks I don't know he's one of them, but I do." Amelia's eyes softened. "I know," she said. The city moved around them, cars, voices, distant sirens, but under the warm glow of the hotel lights, it felt like its own world. Maya squeezed between them, confident, sure that this was how it was meant to be. Jordan looked up at the Aurora crown, windows glowing gold. Once just a building he worked in, now a place touched by his choices. Sometimes kindness costs everything, and yet gives you a door to something new. Maya drew the latest version of the hotel. 3 figures, warm windows, and a tiny golden rectangle, a key. "Your special key," she said. Jordan hung it above her bed, a quiet reminder. something like a badge. He said, "Yeah," Maya whispered, "like a hero's badge. Sometimes the night you almost lose everything is the night your life begins to change. And sometimes the person you thought you were helping ends up helping you rewrite the rest of your story."